everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC Control MA.L2-3.7.3. Ensure equipment removed for off-site maintenance is sanitized of any CUI. So important. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's ever sent a laptop, hard drive, or server out for repairs, or maybe just borrowed by Bob for the weekend project, you're going to want to hear this one. Because if that equipment has CUI on it and it leaves your facility without being sanitized or logged, you're not just non-compliant. You might be handling your data to the wrong people with a gift bow on top. Not good. Let's jump into what this control means, how to solve for it, and how to make sure no one fails an audit because, well, the FedEx guy already picked it up and it got sent to the Geek Squad. Yikes. All right, what does MA.L2-3.7.3 actually mean? Well, here's the official control. MA.L2-3.7.3, ensure equipment removed for off-site maintenance is sanitized of any CUI. In plain English, you're sending a laptop, server, hard drive, or anything else that might have CUI, including physical products or any device off-site for maintenance. You better make sure it's not secretly storing controlled unclassified information before it leaves the building, because then, well, you wouldn't be securing it very much at all. If you wouldn't hand it to a stranger in a parking lot, don't send it out full of CUI. It's a pretty simple rule, really, but believe me, it's unbelievably frequent when people just send stuff out to get fixed. Look, assessment objectives, aka what the auditor is actually looking for. Let's break it down in real-world speak. 1. Let's determine if equipment has CUI before it goes off-site. Technical implementation. Have a checklist or decision tree. Does this device contain CUI? A very important question to ask before anything walks out the door of this building. Is the hard drive removable? Can the data be wiped before shipment? Hey, you know that little option that you never understood that was like $7 on the Dell computer that said keep your hard drive? That's what this is for. Yeah, it's that common, and it's a requirement. Documentation required. Off-site maintenance authorization form. And how about a CUI determination log? Even a checkbox works. Something in writing that says these devices have CUI and we're going to send them out for repair and we've sanitized the CUI before it went out. Pro tip, don't assume it's just a printer. Can't hold data. Many stores scan documents, okay? Those copiers, they're full of CUI if you've ever copied anything that's got CUI. They maintain all that stuff in memory on a hard drive. Now, number 2, sanitize the equipment or remove the storage media. If it's got CUI, you have 2 options. 1, sanitize it, aka securely delete the CUI using DoD-approved wiping tools or encryption key destruction. Number 2, remove the hard drive. Seriously, just straight up take it out before sending the equipment. I've had so many IT directors tell me, "Man, Mike, that's a pretty significant move there, bud." They've said that's really extreme, and I say to them, no. Extreme is taking data that you are legally required to control and letting it out of your control. Honestly, I think it's just dumb. And I gotta tell you, a lot of the rhetoric coming out of the DoD these days straight up says, if you're not willing to comply with this stuff, just get the heck out of defense contracting. Believe me, there's plenty of dollars here. Somebody will come get it. Now, technical implementation. Use tools like DBAN, Blanco, or built-in OS secure erase, even things like rkill. Alternatively, remove or replace the drive with a blank one. Now, documentation required. Sanitization logs. Yes, you need a written record. If you're going to send something out for maintenance, you need a written record proving that you have actually sanitized a CUI or just removed the storage or whatever the CUI is on. We want to include fields like date, method used, person responsible, and things like that. You're also going to want a chain of custody if drives are retained. I'm a huge fan of chain of custody. We actually include a CUI media access log in every single consult that we do so that you have a way to log all of this information, well, and where it's going. Here's a bonus tip. If you use full disk encryption and you securely delete the encryption key, that's considered sanitization too. Now, number 3, maintain records of sanitization or data handling. It's not just about doing the right thing, it's about being able to prove it when your CMMC assessor says, how do you handle offsite repairs? That's going to be a question you're definitely going to hear probably. Probably, I like that. You're definitely going to hear that question. Now, documentation required. Sanitization procedures, sanitization logs for each offsite maintenance event, and device maintenance form with sign-off from IT security. Pro tip, if your process is Steve just wipes it before FedEx shows up, that's really not a policy. That's wishful thinking. I really recommend putting in a data destruction policy with all the details. Now, a real-world mistake we've seen. One contractor sent a laptop out to the manufacturer for a warranty repair, with the hard drive still inside, full of CUI. And they shipped it using a non-tracked, unsecured method. Hey, by the time they realized it, the laptop was in another state. Yikes! That's definitely a compliance violation and a cyber incident report. Now multiply that by what happens when you're dealing with DoD contracts, and things can start to get ugly. Don't let this happen to you. How to nail this control without losing your sanity. Here's a checklist your assessor probably wants to see. A written off-site maintenance policy. Okay, again, if you are sending anything off-site for maintenance, that's an if, there should be a policy to go along with it. Okay, some form of documentation somewhere. Even if you integrate it in with one of your other policies, there needs to be something regarding sending things off-site for maintenance if you do that. A defined sanitization procedure. What tools, who performs them, who's in charge, who's got the custody over the CUI and the sanitizing of it or erasing it. Logs showing that equipment is checked in and cleaned before removal. Okay, again, you shouldn't just be sending things out, so let's see your procedure. And a way to verify what equipment contains CUI and a system to retain evidence of sanitization. Okay, even if it's a basic spreadsheet, this doesn't have to be complicated, you guys. It can be pretty simple. Now, if you've got that, you're golden. If not, don't worry. We help defense contractors put these procedures in place without hiring a full-time compliance guru. Here's a bonus. What about equipment that can't be sanitized? Some equipment actually can't be easily wiped, like network switches or proprietary gear. In those cases, remove the data containing components if possible. Work with vendors to perform maintenance on-site or have contracts that require secure handling of CUI and return of hardware. Again, it's a pain, but not as painful as failing a CMMC certification or losing your DoD contracts. Now, one other thing that I will add, not on my script, so I'm probably going to flub through this, is I am a huge fan, huge fan of not having any equipment that's got CUI even in your possession. How do you do that, you ask? Well, you know what? There are these amazing environments out there. A couple of examples are Azure Government. You know we're big into Azure Government, AWS GovCloud, and many other compliant clouds that are meant for the government, where they handle all of the sanitizations and repairs and all of this stuff, and you get to inherit success on that control from them. So we're huge fans of Office 365 GCC High, as you know. We love standing up virtual machines in the Azure Government Cloud because, let's be honest, when you do that, the good news is you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. It's Microsoft's problem, and you get to just inherit their body of evidence proving that they've got the plan and the procedures in place for proper sanitization of that information. Then you don't have to worry about a whole lot of anything, just the device that you're using to access it. But again, even better if CUI never touches that device. It's a great way to simplify compliance, and we can help you do it. And speaking of which, hey, at OnCall, we take defense contractors just like you who have had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seal on a sunny day. Splat. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, clearing up gray areas, and showing you how to leverage compliance as a tool to win more contracts. That's the on-call compliance hero way. And if you need help building a secure off-site maintenance procedure, our compliance nerds are ready. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check the links in the description below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. We love seeing those. It's really inspiring to us. And smash that subscribe button and drop a comment and tell us what's the weirdest thing someone at your company sent out for repair without checking first. All right, my friends, until next compliance tip, stay safe, secure, and never let CUI ride shotgun in your delivery van, because it could get messy.